Welcome into the practice peak here on a dreary Blacksburg morning, where the Virginia Tech football team just recently kicked off phase 2 of the preseason process, opening up spring ball. Now, while the team might have only been in shorts and shells, the energy in this room was still palpable. Now, one of the main headlines this spring is the quarterback backup position battle between Dylan Whitkey and Pop Watson. They both spun it really well today, but it's still interesting to see. While Pop might have got those second team reps, Tyler Bone earlier in the week said this is going to rotate, so keep an eye on that. Along with that, we talked to Coach Prelo after practice. That safety position is going to be a massive emphasis for this year. With the departure of Nazir Peoples graduating and Jalen Stroman, the incumbent, coming back nursing a shoulder injury, definitely be a lot of time and opportunity for younger guys like Mose Phillips, Jalen Jones, and even the true freshman Quentin Reddish to get some run. Jalen Jones looked really good today, but a lot's going to have to be seen on how this pans out. Now, switching over to linebacker position. Earlier in the week, Brent Pry announced that Kelly Lawson will be out for the entire spring after recently having surgery. This is definitely going to allow for some of those younger guys to step up and get some reps. We talked to Keontae Jenkins after practice, and he mentioned how big of a deal it is for all of those guys to cross-train and be able to step in. Look for a big jump out of Caleb Woodson at somewhere along there, as well as Jaden Keller and Jordan McDonald. Now, switching right along to the new look defensive line. With the departure of Darius Payne, Narelle Pollard, Mario Kendricks, Coach Pry went out and brought in a new crop of talent in Kelvin Gilliam, Aeneas Peebles, and Kamari Copeland. Now, while they weren't really banging pads today, they looked good in their agility drills, and they'll also look good in their new numbers. So it'll be cool to see how this new defensive line unit kind of gels with the rest of the defense. Now, moving right along to some of the early enrollees. Chance Wiggins wearing number 7, Keelan Adams wearing number 6 on the offense. They looked well catching passes from Pop, Kyron, and Dylan. They were running crisp routes, so nothing really of note there. Quentin Reddish looked good in his agility drills on defense. So just a little early enrollee notes right there. Also, Tyler Mason looked good in the running back drills, catching a couple passes. And then lastly, let's close out with the usual suspect, Kyron Drones. It looks like his chemistry with DeQuan Felton, Ollie Jennings, and Jalen Lane hasn't missed a beat. They were very in sync today on all their timing throws, as well as Bashal Tootin, who looked really good catching passes out of the backfield. Along with that, Malachi Thomas looked like he had a good practice as well. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how these usual suspects kind of mesh up with these new crop of talent. It was interesting to see. We didn't get to see much of the offensive line rotation, but we'll probably get a clearer picture on that as spring evolves. Make sure to stay tuned into VT Scoop for all the updates as we move through spring.